One thing I did not see coming was the fact that one day I would wake up and I really, really crave oxtail. So the other day I went to my butcher in a small town here in Chisasi, and I found the guy who I buy meat from had some oxtail lingering on the back of the meat that he had purchased to sell. So I was like, hey, can I have that? So yeah, here we are. And I really, really had wanted to have oxtail in a minute, but sometimes it's too much work. So today I'm going to show you how I made it with less effort. I started by browning it in a pan, a heavy base pan, so that it browns faster and doesn't actually burn, because this is supposed to be done on high heat. And then I'm going to salt it. So I seasoned with black pepper and salt on both sides, so that the flavors are sealed in. And now once it browns, I'm going to transfer it into a pressure cooker pan. If your pressure cooker can support sautéing or has the sautéing option, please do it directly. Don't go through the hassle of using too many dishes and now the fire, the gas, and now the power. But regardless, we move. I also love this process because it gives me control. Yeah. I can control the heat and stuff like that. Anyway, after removing the oxtail, I'm going to go ahead and add some garlic and onions together. And then I'm going to go on with the tomatoes after the onions have wilted. I'm going to, I don't know if you've noticed, but they are bigger chunks of tomatoes because they melt much easier. Like they mash up much easier, especially in dishes like this. Then I'm going to use some beef seasoning cubes, some paprika, some thyme, dried thyme. And I'm also going to add in some tomato paste and some Worcestershire sauce for, more umami. And you want to mix this. These spices are completely customizable. You can do whatever you want. Just remember to add in salt and pepper. And if you're using seasoning cubes of whatever type, make sure to keep tasting your salt at all stages, because sometimes they are made with salt, or maybe most times they are made with salt, and you don't want to over salt your food. So if you're the type that doesn't actually taste your food as you cook, good luck. Anyways, I also want to invite you at this stage to actually subscribe to my channel. My name is Rita and I'm the Cooking Nurse, and I really hope I bless you in a way or another. But yeah, I also hope you do bless me in a way by subscribing, giving this video a like, and commenting, and maybe sharing with your friends. You never know who wants it. So our tomatoes and the tomato sauce really is ready now. I'm going to add in some carrots. I'm using the harder vegetables that can go in the pressure cooker because the pressure cooker is going to break down everything. Now I'm going to transfer everything into the pan that had the meat, and then I'm going to go on ahead and pass some liquid on the pan. If I had stock, I would have used that, but I do not, so this is gonna work. Yeah, so get that water and pour it directly into the pan. You do not want to use a lot of water, especially, or rather liquid, especially if you're going to pressure cook, because the pressure cooker is going not to lose a lot of moisture like it would be on the pan. When you put in a lot of water on the pan and you just cook it down until it thickens, yeah, it's not going to happen. What you put in is what you will find. If I had celery, I would have used that, but I do not, so we're going to be using a whole cilantro or dania or coriander stalk, so that the flavor is intense, not just the leaves. And then I'm going to make sure my pressure cooker is sealed, so the pressure is sealed. And again, the oxtail is really a tough cut, so you want to make sure you are using the provision that does the good job. So in our case, we did the bean or tendon provision or setting, and we did it 3 times. So this oxtail cooked for 1.5 hours, and that is how tender it is. If I continued, I would have a porridge right now, and it released the collagen so well, because the next day this liquid or this stock was like shaky. I like to also trim off the fat on the oxtail because it can be too fatty, and then when it stays overnight, of course I'll get the fat off of on top. Look how tender it is. I had this with Caro and it was a banger. I really hope you try it out. It's not so difficult, especially if you're around doing other things and you just have to go and set the pressure cooker.